Good afternoon, solid steppers and tech detectives. This is Miss Ward coming to you. Right now, today, I'm actually in Kings Bay. I'm going to go knock out some jobs here, and I wanted to go over a couple of things. I hope everybody's enjoying their week, but I've been taking notes from a couple of my coaching sessions, and I just want to share with some people some of the things I'm seeing, and maybe some things that'll help some people when it comes to their appliance repair business. So we won't be here long, so let's get right into it. What I want to talk about today is going to be the 7 critical pillars for maximizing cash flow. Let's get into it. So, it's so important in appliance repair businesses and any service business to have cash flow consistently. So, we're going to go over these 7 critical pillars for maximizing your cash flow. And this is going to be a comprehensive guide. So, as we go through this, just take notes, slow it down, rewind, and take notes for your business. And this is for a multi technician shop or a one man shop. I think it's critical as a one man shop that we stop long enough and put structured systems in place so that we're successful if we choose to scale. Scaling isn't for everyone, but I know that cash flow is. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is clarify your business vision. Also, before I get into the video, like, share, and subscribe. Share this with someone who you may need help in these areas or someone you know. Let's get the word out. Mission statement is the first thing you need. You know, I used to think mission statements were like woo, 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 like, yeah, right. But I found out, as they say in the word, people without a vision will perish. Same thing with your business. You need to have a mission statement, and you need to understand that statement needs to be a reflection of who you are as a person, the caliber of service you want to give to your community and your customers, and the longevity that you want to have in the market. I think those are key factors. The next thing you need to do is you need to set measurable goals and targets for revenue, customer satisfaction, and technician efficiency. And number three, you need to target your market or have a target market. Identify ideal customers, whether it be residential clients, commercial clients, or warranty companies. Number two, you need to streamline daily operations, which means you need a scheduling system. Implement software like Service Titan, House Call Pro, WorkEase, Jobber. You know, there's several systems you can use to help you get to the next level and to streamline that process. It gives you an efficient appointment management system and a job grouping. This is imperative when you're working on routes and things of that nature so that you can coordinate and you can deal with your workflow. That directly affects your cash flow. Pre-diagnostic checklist. This is something that I preach at all times. From the CSR to the tech, ensure your CSRs collect accurate information. If you don't have a CSR, make sure that you are developing an SOP as a one man shop. Okay, this is what I need to ask every time. And for each appliance and each situation, down to the type of appliance, because there are some things that happen with LG that don't happen with Samsung. There are some things that happen with Samsungs that don't happen in Whirlpools. There's some things that are unique to Frigidaire, Decor, Gaggenau, Bosch, Miele. You need to be on it. And as a technician owned business, you owe it to your CSRs, owe it to your customers and your future technicians to have these things in place. So those checklists are critical, and that it's important that this is done so your technicians show up to every job prepared with a blueprint and a plan. I'm a big proponent of going to places and taking the core course with Master Samurai. He talks about the 10-step tango. At the end of the day, there are going to be links in the description for his course. There are going to be links in the description of everything I'm discussing here on this particular video. Once again, feel free to pause and take notes. And If you need any additional help in these areas, also hit our consulting and coaching link. We're more than happy to help you through some of these processes. Next, you need to deal with job tracking. Use digital forms for real time updates on job statuses, notes, and photos. Now, a lot of the CRMs that you use, if you're using the accurate ones, they give you the option of being able to take videos and share them between the office, the technicians, and the customer. For like in my business, the customer sends me pictures of the model number, the serial number. They even send me videos if there's a noise or something involved, because that is the relationship I have with the client. Because I put those systems in place when I first started my business. Because when I started my business, my biggest concern was about maximizing myself 10 times. And not just maximizing myself, making sure that my money does 100 laps or 100 push ups before I spend a dime. And there's a whole video that I'm creating around that. Optimize financial management, pricing strategy. This is one of the largest concerns that I have in the industry because the pricing's all over the board. No one has a blueprint. I'm a firm believer that you should be utilizing the pricing that your market will bear. There are some areas where your market is going to top out at a certain point. This is why market research is so important. So you should set flat rate pricing or specific pricing for specific services. Or it depends on who you're dealing with. Sometimes you're dealing with a certain clientele. This is a pre-set agreement. You need to make sure your cost of doing business is covered in those preset agreements. Ensure parts pricing includes markup. A lot of times I don't see people don't mark up prices properly. They don't mark up your parts properly. You don't account for shipping. Like there's a whole process and there's a blueprint for that so that as you move along in business and you grow, you understand you're not losing because you're pricing accordingly. Daily financial tracking. This is another issue that I see in the industry. Use a daily form to track jobs completed, revenue breakdown, expenses, and implement a bookkeeping system like QuickBooks. Ways, there's so many out here that you can use for real time financial insights. See, if you can catch your system before you start hemorrhaging money. See, a lot of times, if you just do this daily stuff, you're not going to have these problems. You're going to be able to see the pattern and adjust, or like I like to say, pivot before it becomes a problem. KPI monitoring does the same thing. Track key performance indicators such as first time completion rate, average ticket value, and technician recall rates. This is critical. You would not believe how many people I've spoken to, guys who have been in the game for a minute, and they come to me that because they allowed a technician to drag the whole company down because they wanted to be a nice guy. Let me explain something to you. Ain't nothing nice about business because when they're dealing with your family's future and how you eat, this is not a game. You gave these people a job, they need to respect the process, but you can't be mad if you didn't put a process in place. That's Miss Ward talking, keeping it real as always. Moving on to the next one. The next thing is going to be enhancing your customer service. One way not only to retain and grow your business is to give that white glove customer service. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep it real. There's an avatar for this. And when I say it's an avatar, there are some customers, no matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. So if you figure out what your avatar is, the caliber of customer you want to service, the areas they live in, the people that have respect for business that you bring to the table, and the caliber of business, you're not going to have a problem. They're going to appreciate the communication. They're going to appreciate the follow up. You also need to make sure that you have pre appointment communication. You should be communicating with the customers in advance. A text to a customer is not going to do it sometimes. I send texts prior, I call prior, I make sure that I confirm that appointment because we don't want to waste the gas. We don't want to have a miscommunication issue with the text. We don't want anything and anyone frustrated because we didn't communicate. After service follow up. Now this is key. With after service follow up, when you follow up with your clients, you can make sure that they are satisfied with the service. You can also ask for reviews, but you should be asking for the reviews while you're on site. That's my personal opinion. But You can follow up with that same conversation during the follow up. The other piece with the follow up that's key though, there may be some things that happen that you're not aware of, or there could be some miscommunication. You can address that during that after service follow up call. That is key for success. If you're speaking with that client after the service and they have some concerns about the way the appliance is reacting to the repair, or they may have had some other concerns. Was it worth it? You never want a customer to have buyer's remorse. They need to be confident that you're accessible and that if there's an issue, you're going to handle it. And a lot of times you can take a 1-star review and turn it into a 5 before they even get to report it. And that's the purpose of that after service follow up call. It also teaches you a lot about your business, your technicians, and how you go to business. If you're a one-man show, you want to follow up because you need to make sure these people are satisfied. And as you begin to add technicians and bring them on, you know they can't come to you with the okie doke, because guess what? I've been there, I live this, I know this, I bleed this. So don't come to me with that. It's all about how you put systems in place and how you are on your SOPs and how you are consistently holding yourself accountable. The customer database, use a CRM system for marketing and upselling opportunities. There's going to be seasonal jobs. There are going to be opportunities for you to sell additional maintenance plans and things of that nature. You need that database. Data is gold. If you guys haven't noticed, data is the key. It allows you to shape your business and it allows you to take care of your customer base and grow it. Number 5, invest in your technicians. This is something that I have been screaming from the mountaintops from the day I got in this industry. Ongoing training, whether you are a one-man shop, whether you are a multi-technician shop, you need to start training people, and you need to train yourself, number one, to be accountable and hold yourself accountable, and then hold the people around you because they're going to look at your example. Conduct regular sessions on troubleshooting, schematic reading, and new technologies. Utilize resources like MSA Pro, um, Smart HQ, GE always has training, Encompass offers training. A lot of and all the manufacturers are training somewhere. You need to have those relationships and make sure your staff is trained. And you need to make sure if you don't have a staff that you're trained. Because if you're in the house, you're going to be able to develop relationships with a lot of the people that are providing the training that will help your business moving forward. Ask me how I know, whether you are commercial or residential. You always hear Mr. Mike Reed and Mr. Tate on their channels. They're forever talking about the importance of being in the room and getting that training, because then you're developing a relationship with a trainer and they may have some areas and certain issues. You may have a problem getting authorized here and there. These people may be able to step in and help you. Everything comes down to relationships. Performance metrics, track productivity and accuracy, reward the top performers with bonuses and recognition. This is so important. You know, it's a lot of times that there are guys out here, and a lot of you guys have been those guys and girls that are actually carrying companies, and these companies don't even respect you. Let me tell you something. They don't respect you. Get a new job. Go work for somebody that does. Somebody's going to pay for your skill set and treat you like a human being. There's a lot of people out here running businesses. They don't even want to run businesses. They just running them because the companies disgust them. And I'm just keeping it real. This is why I'm having this conversation. It doesn't matter what side of the world you on. We all want you to win, and you don't have to take punishment to do so. Tool and truck stock management. Maintain inventory checklists for every technician's truck to minimize delays. This is absolutely critical. This is why the pre-diagnosis is so important. This is why triage is so important. And this is why training is so important. You know, how many times have we showed up to a job and thought we had everything we needed to get it done for one stop? Because the goal is what? One stop completion. Gather enough information from the client so that you can service it properly. As I stated, I'm going to leave links down in the comments. It's going to be pinned. Our Calendly link is going to be pinned for coaching and things of that nature. But also in the description, you're going to see links for everything I'm discussing here in reference to places you can go to get these materials. Number six, build multiple income streams. This is so important. Warranty companies. A lot of people get into the industry and they train through warranty companies. Partner with multiple warranty companies for consistent work. Now, I want to preface this real quick. I want to make a little note. If these warranty companies aren't paying you, don't partner with them. If you are going in to get your reps up, now I have guys that I've coached and they not gonna say no names because y'all know they be hating out here, but you know who they are. And they work with warranty companies, they still waiting on a check. But they got their reps in. They learned and got educated really quick in the industry. You know, these guys need to get out there and learn SEAL systems. And they learn SEAL systems on somebody else's dime. So I'm with it. You get it how you live. All I'm saying is don't be a dummy and don't be a doormat. Just make sure there's some type of exchange that's going to equate to a win-win. Appliance sales. Sell refurbished appliances as an additional revenue stream. I've seen a lot of ladies and gentlemen expand their businesses on the refurbished appliance side. I've seen guys, that's all they do is refurbish appliances. That's how they make their money. At the end of the day, it all comes down to relationships. I was just talking to one of my people at the round table, and they're brokering a deal to grab appliances, refurbish them, and then basically be the middleman to fix everything, send it to the guy that sells it. Like, however you get your bag, get it. But once again, it comes back to relationships and adding additional streams to your company. Maintenance contracts. One of my guys at the round table, he lived for the maintenance contracts. He has his CSRs selling them, giving them what we call a spiff or a bonus for selling each one. They get a percentage. But once again, he put a system in place so that he could develop those relationships with his CSRs, with his customers. You know, people are not going to buy maintenance contracts from people that's just salesmen. They're going to buy it from people who really care and give them that type of energy and who are developing that symbiotic relationship to where, okay, this is a win for you, this is a win for me. I know your appliance, I'm going to maintain your appliance, and I know you, I know your family, I know what schedule works for you. It is a 360, but you have to be prepared for what comes with that. You can't make promises to people and not keep them. Online parts store. I'm a big proponent of this. Sell spare parts and accessories via your website or platforms like eBay. Let me tell you something. I get plenty of gas money from eBay every week because I will constantly, a lot of times when I go into customers' homes, I've been doing it so long, I'm going to replace this item. But if I see another item about to go, I'm going to take care of that now. Because at the end of the day, I don't want the recall. So it's keeping me from having a recall, but then I can sell that item on eBay because it still has life. So it's a win-win. At the end of the day, you want that 360 bag, and this is how you get it. Telling you, like, share, and subscribe with somebody that needs this. And if you need help, just hit the coaching link in the subscription. We got everything from 20-minute consultations for just a few questions. And then we offer long, intensive ones where we do 4 weeks of accountability, 4 weeks of building out your company. This is a business. And I'm telling you, it's not something you can just throw a website in and just get it done. This is real world, and I want you to win. Also, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all got it. Hey, I'm on this like, share, and subscribe because my mom thinks she's my social media manager, and every time I don't say it, she's on me. Anyway, let's get back to the video. 7, marketing and lead generation. This is a really sore subject for a lot of people because so many people have been taken advantage of, or should I say, feel like they've been taken advantage of because they don't understand SEO. They don't understand local SEO. They don't understand social media presence. They think it's just plug and play, and it's really not. I am going to state this on this, and this will probably be true until the end of time. If you do not understand how something works, be very careful who you give your money to because you're going to be mad with people who are doing SEO from their point of view. And I am a firm believer that one size does not fit all. I feel when I am coaching people, I'm coaching people from something that fits their business. I gather the data and I form products that fit them because I know how it is to speak to people who don't speak the language, who are not in your industry, And there's only one company I know where this guy has been in the industry, this entire team, and this is what they do. I'm not going to say any names here because I have not had those conversations with them, but there are a few out here that I'm really impressed with. They do a great job, but they are not cheap. So, because a lot of people are starting, they have limited resources. I'm telling you to educate yourself so that if you do use, whether it be a company, an app, or whatever it is, you need to be able to maximize that tool on SEO. Right now, this Google My Business Profile situation, so many people up here stressed out because they all suspended. A lot of people got suspended. Some people got put back on with no problem because they went through that list. Like, people keep forgetting, there is a video that walks you through it. There's several, but you have to be very careful. I watch people pay people to get their business profile reinstated, and then it's not reinstated again. You have to be very careful in these internet streets because people will take your money, and this is how they eat, by keeping you ignorant. See, as long as you ignorant, they're gonna win. Now, I'm all for the people that actually educate you. So if you wanted to do it on your own, you could to a certain extent. You might not be able to do it to their level, but you'll be able to do it enough to where you and your family can eat. I can respect that because, see, some people like me, I understand. Like, I don't have to give all this out. I'm giving it out because I understand there's enough room and enough meat on the bone for everybody. I know some people are going to need a little extra help. And there's some people that's going to go do step by step what I'm saying, do the research and do it themselves. And they're still going to hit a wall, and they're still going to have to call me just for that little extra tweak. See, I understand that. I'm not afraid of Eden. I'm very clear. When you have knowledge, no one can take it from you. And if you can't deal with people who are going to educate you and help you be successful, don't deal with them. I have guys call me all the time. They feel like they're being held hostage by people who are handling their websites and SEO. And this is why I don't support a lot of people, because I have had negative experiences myself. Did I slam the person? No. Do I want to? Absolutely. But the point is, what is that going to do? I need to it just is an opportunity. Like I said, don't get mad, get excellent. Just tighten up your game. It's not a problem. And let me tell you something. When you're in business, if it don't feel right, don't do it. If you have a doubt, leave it out. I'm telling you, a lot of people that get in these situations, they weren't comfortable from the beginning. I know of situations got in because my associates were in it and I trusted them, but then it is what it is. Social media presence, post educational content. You see a lot of people do that. They will educate their clients through TikTok videos, things of that nature, Instagram, referral program, encourage customer referrals. That goes back to that after service call that we talked about earlier in this video. You gotta have communication. Communication is the win. And last but not least is paid advertising. I am a firm believer, do not invest in ads until you understand what the ROI is. And if you're going to invest, you need to be tracking that ROI. You should need to put yourself on a budget, and you need to see how your returns are coming. The other thing I want to stress is, don't invest in getting more business or SEO or anything until you have the systems in place to handle the volume and you have a staff that is trained on how to convert. You need to learn how to convert the sale yourself, and then you can teach others. That goes back to standard operation procedures. I've had guys and girls that I've coached, they didn't want to get a CSR. They didn't want to let the phone go because they felt no one could convert the customer and get the information like them. In the meantime, they're trying to fix the appliance too. I think one of the first things that you always do is hire a CSR when your volume's coming. And then you realize that you got to have the patience to train the CSR. Like, it's not what you think. There are a lot of companies out here that offer services where their CSRs are trained specifically for your industry. You don't see me recommending them because I personally have not used them. And I realize that people come to my channel for the truth. They trust what I say. So I take that seriously. Now, when I run across some that I use that I'm comfortable with, yeah, I'm a run it up and tell you. But I also want you to know, even when things are recommended, they have to be tweaked. Stuff is not made to fit you sometimes. And you got to understand that business and how to make it work for you. You got to make it work for you. Number 8, excuse me. We're going to talk about the action plan to implement these things. Week 1, you need to audit your current systems and processes. This is imperative for growth and development. You need to audit what you have so you know exactly what to tweak and where. Week 2, set up and refine key systems. Now, what do I mean by key systems? The key systems that's paying your bill. You know exactly where your issues are and what's stopping your money. Wherever the roadblock is for your paper, that's what you need to focus on. Number 3, week 3, train team on new tools and protocols. If you're a one-man shop, you need to hold yourself accountable. You'll be in a house and you'll make a move like, dang, I'm supposed to do it like that. Don't beat yourself out. Just correct for the next one and hold yourself accountable. And then you're just going to see the money flow. I'm telling you, once you start implementing consistently, you'll be like, and you're not going back. Trust me. Week 4, that's when you launch a marketing campaign because now everything's in place for you to do so. This plan is to systematically implement the 7 pillars in your appliance repair business or your home service business. That's the key. Resources to consider: software, Service Titan, QuickBooks, Marcone, MSA Pro. And you have House Call Pro, you have Workies. Like I say, I hear a lot of people complaining about a couple of them, but the reality is you got to build them specifically for your systems. And when I say build them, a lot of guys have Workies, a House Call Pro. They don't even use all the gems that are in them. At the end of the day, you got to find out who is moving at the speed you're moving, and you need to get in bed with them. I'm telling you, when you build your business, you got to always be on top of the software, the modern software, the technology that's moving forward so you can get on that bandwagon. But you also got to be prepared for the kinks that come from that type of development. Nothing is rolled out perfect. We have to work out the kinks, and you need to keep your eye on your business to do so. Books: Home Service Millionaire by Tony Mello and Profit First by Mike McAllowitz. Very great book, very good books. Home Service Millionaire, one of my roundtable guys, he is on it. I've watched his business just run up because he went to the convention. He's really fully invested, and I see it in his entire business. I see from the logos, from the promotions. I mean, this guy got a billboard. I'm like, whoa, what's really happening? But I'm so happy to be affiliated with him, and I'm so proud of him. Tools: inventory checklists, KPI, key performance indicator trackers, pre-diagnostic forms, and let's not forget those financial daily trackers. Gotta have those. Utilize these resources to support the implementation of the 7 pillars and drive your business and appliance repair business and home service business toward maximum cash flow and efficiency. That is definitely the goal. We definitely want you guys to win at all times. That's what we do. Winning is what we do. I'm telling you. So I just want you to take a moment, and I want you to invest in your business, invest in yourself. Your service business can be extremely profitable if you get your cash flow under control and eliminate the stress. Follow these steps. And I got plenty more videos to come. So with that said, like I said, I don't want to take up much of your time. Like, share, and subscribe. And once again, if you need any assistance or help, hit the coaching links down that will be pinned below. And remember, everything I discussed in the video, links for the Home Service Millionaire, for Profit First, links for MSA Pro, these will be in the description. You'll also see links there for QuickBooks, for Waze, accounting software, and things of that nature. With that said, I want you guys to have a great day. And thank you for taking a moment to listen to me. I appreciate it. And thank you for all my subscribers that have supported me from day one. I appreciate you more than you know. You're the reason why I still do this. Trust and believe. This Ward signing off. It is always a pleasure and a blessing. Let's go get it.